Hi, this is Mike Kaufman. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to sign up and how to set up Padlet. A Padlet is a digital board that users can simultaneously upload content to, whether it be posting comments, uploading videos, images, or links. And in this case, we're going to take a look at how Padlet can be used as a way to up and improve your exit slips. So as a way to collect information on your students' learning digitally, and as a way to have students share their learning digitally with their peers. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is, in my web browser, I'm going to go to Padlet.com. And from there, I'm simply going to say sign up for free. And I'm going to sign up with Google just to make my life a little bit easier. If you are already logged in, right, you will not have to do this step. All right, it's going to prompt you to see what kind of user you are. In this case, you're a school user. Next, how to use. And you have a choice. You can now go on this tour or you can skip. All right, and here it's going to ask you to upgrade, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to click upgrade later. All right, so this is going to be your dashboard or your home board. Now I'm going to flip over to my other Padlet and show you what to do. Now the first thing, super easy to get started. You just simply click on that plus sign that says new up in the top right hand corner. And the first choice you're going to get is, right, which kind of wall you want to set up. Right, now this is going to depend on what kind of exit step you're going to do. Now if it's going to be just open with a single prompt, you might decide to use a wall that just puts the posts into an orderly brick-like layout, or a stream, or a grid. If you're going to have multiple prompts, right, giving your students a choice of different types of responses they want to make, you might want to do a shelf, which is going to set up columns. So for example, maybe you want to set up a column that says one thing you've learned, or one question you still have, or another comment that makes a connection. Right, the shelf will allow you to do multiple prompts. So I'll hit select. It's going to start my Padlet. And from here, the first thing is to give it a title and a description. Right, so maybe it's going to be the GIST strategy exit slip, right? The name of my PD coming up. And then I might describe it, right? Reflect on your work in today's PD. And maybe you want to put a question there or something a little more detailed. Next thing you want to do is set up your wallpaper. I'm going to click on more to give some other choices. You got all types of images that you could put up there. I'm definitely a fan of simpler is better. That's my style, so I might go with something like a notebook or a blueprint, something that's not going to be too colorful. If you've got a history class, maybe you want the scroll or the map, just to kind of give it a theme. And I'm going to hit back. Now, I'm going to scroll down. Themes we can't do because we are setting up for the free. Icon you can put up to symbolize what your Padlet's about. I'm going to skip that step. I don't think it's needed. And then here are a couple options that you want to consider. One is to display the author name above each post. I'm going to click that, even though I know most of my audience members are probably going to be anonymous. For those that are not, it'll be cool to see who's posting what. And I definitely want to allow people to view comments on other people's posts. Now maybe again you decide that's not relevant for this Padlet that you're setting up, as well as what do you want to do. Do you want the first one to be up top or the last one, and so forth. You can also add some tags if people are going to search it, if you're going to make it public. And there's your address. I'm going to click on next. And from here, I got different ways to share this with people in some different privacy settings. Right, I'm going to keep mine a secret for now. And that means anyone who has the link or the QR code can access it and can write on it. But it cannot be publicly searched. Right? As well as I could also add contributors here through email. And then here's a couple things that you can allow people to remake or to copy your Padlet to make a new one. And or you have to prove the moderation. Again, things you might want to consider. I'm going to leave it just how it is though, right there. I'm going to click next, and now I'm ready to start posting. Now here I can name my columns. So maybe the first one is one thing you learned today. I'm going to add in a second column over here. Hit save first. All right. looks like I clicked off by accident. One thing you learned today, click save. I'm going to click on there, add a column. One question you still have. Hit save. Maybe I'll do something. One way you will use this skill in your class. Save. And maybe I can add another column if I so choose. Now, anytime I want to make any changes to the setup, I can always go back to my gears, right? And I can change the wallpaper, right? The icon and the posting. And then up here, I can also then share. Right, in this case, I want to go over to the Share, Export, Embed button, and I'm going to go copy the link to this Padlet. And then I'm going to put it into my incognito window over here so we can see what it's going to look like for a user that's not me. All right, so when it comes up, notice here, this is their view for their Padlet. So that is it. That is an intro and overview of how to use Padlet to set up as an exit slip. As I go back to my Padlet and as people add content, it will show up here on this board. From here, you can also do things such as export or print as ways to save the work if you want to hand it out and so forth. But that is it. I hope you are able to use Padlet for all that it's worth to up your exit slip game.